Hey guys, Crazy Kembe here, and I'm back with another review. Yay! And to make up for lost time, I thought I'd review something a wee bit different. Now, I know the games I have been reviewing lately have been a bit more mainstream, so I thought I could switch it up and do something, well, not so mainstream. Now, this game is called Another Century Episode, or A.C.E for short. It was developed by From Software and Banpresto. Now, many of you should be familiar with From Software as they developed games such as Demon Souls and the Armored Core series, which, by the way, I hate from the very bottom of my heart. For real. Now, Banpresto, on the other hand, many of their games do not reach English-speaking areas, and as a result, many of their big titles have stayed in Asia. Now, one game series that they are really famous for making is the Super Robot War series, which is basically a turn-based strategy game featuring mechs from various animes. Now, what A.C.E is basically, you take the concept of Super Robot Wars, which is to feature mechs from various animes, then you take the good parts of Armored Core, mind you, not a lot of good parts of Armored Core, and add in a fluidity that is similar to Zone of the Enders and more arcadey. That is essentially what A.C.E is. Okay, let's talk about the story. Story is not that interesting or important, but for the sake of story, I will talk about it a little bit. Basically, they found something in space. Many groups want it, but they don't want to share, so they go to war. I know, I'm not joking here. So that's where you come in. You basically play as an organization called the A.C.E, which is kind of a United Nations Armed Forces of sorts, or whatever you want to call it. And that's the story in a nutshell. I mean, the story works, it's there, It's not really a story-driven game, and if you're like me and you don't understand Japanese, why would you care? I certainly don't care. I don't care at all, and you shouldn't care either. So, now that's done, let's move to something more important. Gameplay. Now, the gameplay in this game works on a mission-based system. Basically, you do mission to mission till you beat the game. Now, you play as a mech pilot who controls a variety of mechs. The mechs used are from various anime series. There are 9 anime series from which the mechs are based off. Now, when you first start the game, you do not have any access to any really cool mechs. You only have 2 mechs, a blue one and a red mech. These mechs are very general and they don't really excel at anything, and basically it's just a nice way of me saying they suck. Okay, the way you get new mechs is that every 3 to 5 missions you get to a checkpoint spot in which you can buy upgrades, new mechs, increase slots, which helps you hold more mechs, 12 in total, lower repair costs, and upgrade weapons for each mech. See, in each mission your mechs take damage, so you need to pay for repairs, and if you keep upgrading the repair costs, it costs less to repair them. Now, the game controls similar to Zone of the Enders. R1, R2 descend, square, L1, L2 and O are your weapons, and X is to dash. Now, weapons can be used a certain amount of times that after you run out, you have to wait for a while for the weapons to recharge. I think this gives the game a more arcadey feel, because you're not, oh man, my machine gun fire ran out, I have to use my sword now for the entire mission. You just have to wait and the weapons will come back. This adds a certain amount of strategy to the game, and you can also upgrade your reload speed, but in my opinion it's not needed. Like I said before, X is your dash button, but in this game it's auto dash, so you basically just press it once and you just start dashing, and you can press it again and it'll just turn off. Now this can determine how you move in the game. Now this game is what I call real fan service. For the first time ever, a company got something right. You wanna know what that is? All the mechs control like they do in the anime. They move as fast as they do, they attack as they do. If the weapon was used in the anime, you can use it here. And because they all do this, the mechs in games are so varied. The mechs are even their actual size. Some mechs move faster, some have more firepower. For example, Heavy Arms from Gundam Wing. He is slow, doesn't dash too well, but he has so much firepower to make up for it. Now, Gundam 01, also from Gundam Wing, has a huge cannon that can do massive damage. But after that is depleted, he has no other ranged weapons that he can use, but he's decent in close range combat, which is good so you can get that main cannon recharged and just cause, mass destruction. Now they have 48 missions, and each mission is different from the other. No mission is the same, and this is the kind of thing you want in a game that has that many missions. unlike Dynasty Warriors Gundam 2, which has hundreds of missions but you're doing the same thing. The AI in this game is also more reasonable, as some of the enemies are actually challenged and will give you a run for your money. Not to say Dynasty Warriors 2 Gundam 2 is a bad game. I just like my enemies to move around and not just stand still when I hit them. Okay, let's talk about music and graphics real quick and then try and conclude the review up. Music has a very basic techno and rock theme going on with it, but once in a while, depending on the stage, you hear the anime theme from which the mechs are from. The music works, and to be honest, the graphics are good too. Mechs and stages are detailed, and there's really nothing for me to complain about. Overall, this game took me by surprise, and I did not think I would enjoy the game as much as I did. Now, this game only came on the Asia region, so there is no English release available. But that shouldn't stop me from enjoying the game. I was able to figure out everything and roll through the game like I understood Japanese, and I only know about 50 words in Japanese. And well, really that's what I really have to say about the game. The game had 2 other sequels, and I believe a new one just came out on PS3. The game can be found for cheap, and if you have the means to play imports, it's worth a try. Okay guys, I'll catch you guys next time. I think I have a little bit of free time, I didn't go over the 50-minute limit, so I guess I could just leave you up with some gameplay or whatever. But anyway guys, peace, one, I'll catch you when I see you, bye bye. こちらへ接近する部隊を確認。出血コードホワイトファング。ホワイトファング、反地球組織のそちらの作戦に便乗したことは詫びよう。だが E2 は我々がいただく。その声はゼクス。オズのエースパイロット、なぜここに。今の私はホワイトファングの総帥だ。ハッキー、接近する敵を排除しろ。UC 本体から通信。ホワイトファングの吸収を受けて包囲網作戦は失敗した模様。やむをえん。この場で敵の殲滅に当たる。まだ敵は落ちないのか。ゼクス、おやめください。なぜこのようなことをするのです。はい。人々に戦いの愚かさを教えることだ。理想のためには力を行使することが必要なのだ。このモビルスーツの性能をもってすればどんな敵も倒せる。接近しています。ダーカイラムのブライト艦長ですね。私はリリーナ・ピースクラフトと申します。私のことはどうぞ構わないでください。リリーナ様、通信回線切られました。平和主義国三角キングダムの兵士がなぜここに。生身のパイロットの限界というわけか。お兄様、戦いなどおやめください。リリーナ、なぜここに。お兄様を止めに来たのです。